Cancers, lots of blessings, expansion, travel, freedom, you wanting to tap into that childlike imagination or spontaneity or just thrill of it all. You know, when you're a child and everything's just like fun and easy and you can do the smallest thing and just entertained for hours. There definitely has the potential for this Gemini season to really touch on a lot of these themes, okay? So the channel that first came through was like hopscotch back in the day, drawing the squares and just having fun and even like playing with color and expansiveness and laughter. It just seems like I want you to tap into the notion of play. Like that, if there's anything you get from this reading, play, play, play. Road trips, adventure. I saw you in a convertible with like the top down and just like near the ocean, just winding down. It kind of seemed like the west coast of kind of like California or America, just like very free, very flowy, good vibes. I think that if there's been something that you've been putting off or that you've been wanting to connect to in terms of fun or pleasure, this is a really good opportunity to at least take a day or a weekend to go to the beach, to have fun, to explore that kind of adventurous spirit, right? With Jupiter now in Aries and Mars entering Aries on the 24th of May, that kind of pioneering energy of just going to explore for the sake of it, being very instinctual, very impromptu. Aries makes a square to your Cancerian placement, so it might feel like a stark contrast to maybe being a bit of a homebody and wanting to do those same old routines, but that's just something that keeps coming through. It's like there's more out there. I just want you to explore and kind of take a bite, so to speak, okay? First three cards, very powerful. This one flew out, the High Priestess. And then we also have the Four of Wands and the King of Wands. So for me, this is like, again, very Cancerian energy in terms of home, family, marriage, connection. And Cancer season is coming up really quick. And so with the High Priestess, this for me is making sure that our home is feeling sacred and aligned. And again, tapping into that intuitive prowess that Cancerian energy holds and knowing that the home is so strongly connected, home and family, to Cancers. There might be an energy of this home no longer feels aligned, or that I know intuitively that I'm meant to go to a different city or maybe even a different country for some of you, because you know that your influence and your power is expanding, or that you're wanting to connect with higher forms of love, of power, of passion, of influence. Yeah, I also think for some of you as well, if you want to connect with like a Leo energy, or if you've been eyeing a Leo, that has been a vibe. I also want you to know too, in your home, let's say you don't want to move necessarily, but the energy, like this has been coming up a lot for a lot of different signs, I feel. And I think maybe the eclipse energy is kind of shaking that up. And we know that rents and mortgages are all a thing, and inflation, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I want you to move or that it's even coming up, but I want you to feel empowered in your space. And so if there are like dishes that remind you of a past relationship, or you want to get like a new bookshelf or something, like an office or light fixtures, or just something to call in the energy or the vibe or the frequency of what you need to feel aligned with where you're going, that's what I want you to do. So kind of like a little bit of feng shui overhaul, recalibration into your home, or quite simply traveling, getting a nice Airbnb or a hotel and looking into that, or even just looking at interior design or different spaces of what you're wanting to call in. Even if it's not going to happen yet, you're putting yourself in alignment with that frequency of what these spaces feel like, whether it's a home or an office or a vacation home or a new investment property. These are all things that I want us to call in. And for those of you that are cultivating love and connection and intimacy, whether that's from a romantic partner or family or friendships or clients, there does seem to be an energy of, am I going to keep doing the same things that I've been doing, what feels stable and grounded, or knowing that massive power and influence is on the horizon, what am I going to choose? What feels comfortable, or knowing that I'm meant for more? Because there's also this Nine of Swords energy here right next to the Knight of Cups. So we want to be very cautious of our thoughts right now. Yes, Mercury is retrograde until June 3rd. And this can also represent, with the Knight of Cups, a lover, but can also be things that we just enjoy, things that bring us that emotional satisfaction. And so I really want you to ask yourself, are you stepping into your power? Owning it? I also like, everyone talks about Libras, Capricorns, Aquarius as being these big business mavens, but let's not forget that Cancerian energy is also extremely powerful. It's a cardinal sign, it's a water sign, that intuitive, that emotional connection, it is there. That might also have been why I'm feeling this kind of Leo energy, is I want you to embody that solar energy, that confidence that Leo often possesses, right? And some of you might also just have a combination of Cancerian and Leo energy in your chart anyway. So I want you to tap into that and know how beautiful and powerful and successful you already are. Never mind when you consistently bring forth that energy. You're gonna be beating away lovers with a giant stick, because they're all just going to be lining up. But first, we need to examine where those doubts and fears come from. So that's what I want to really address here, especially with the Two of Swords. There might just be doubt or hesitation on reaching the next level, or knowing that we're worthy of love, or allowing ourselves to be seen. So 2 cards, please, with the Nine of Swords. 2 cards to help clarify the Nine of Swords, please. I'm just seeing a child like hold on to a mother's leg of like, don't go, don't leave me. I'm not sure if there's something around that aspect of either a mother wound, or if you were abandoned, or if you've had success but then it's disappeared and so you're not sure if it's going to last. Something around there. And I mean, the pandemic was also very triggering for a lot of people in terms of losing loved ones or losing business opportunities. So if that's coming through, like, I've been putting in so much work, I'm feeling grounded and stable, I know the universe is supporting me, I know I'm being called higher, but there's still a doubt in me of what if it's not permanent? What if I'm not enough? What if? That could also be something. I mean, that's just slowly but surely, or quickly and surely, holding space for ourselves in that feminine of knowing that we have the resources and the tools to show up for ourselves every single day, knowing it's already going to be successful and it gets to be continually more and more successful each and every day. And there's also a snake that I'm seeing right now too. So it could just be shedding old layers, allowing for that transformation to take place. We have the South Node in Scorpio. We're all going through it in terms of those fears or wounds, triggers, trauma, secrets, or secrets being revealed that are now causing us to reevaluate things. So it might also just be that you're shedding so much and you're just wanting it all to work out, and you just have been putting in a lot of time and a lot of energy. And there might still be that little bit of doubt or hesitation at night, right? With the Nine of Swords, I see this a lot in client readings, that when this comes up, we want to be mindful of our evening routine. That can be very easy to get grounded in the morning, or easier, and stay focused and grounded. But then at night, if we're maybe feeling lonely or we're exhausted, that's when those thoughts can kind of creep in and cause us to be swayed. So if you need some additional grounding at night, or even just adding some new energy or new routines, or maybe you're just going to work out, not right after work, but you're going to go for a walk or in the gym to kind of ground it back into the body, right? Tapping into this prominent Aries energy we have in play. Or I mean, finding different ways to move one's body at night. But I don't want us to go back to unaligned levers. Of course, I want us to only attract bigger and better and more aligned, especially with that Knight of Cups there. And that's also something I want you to notice too, Cancer, is that if you're feeling maybe vulnerable or insecure, knowing what energies you're attracting, whether they're from the past or currently, versus when you're feeling vibrant and alive, and what we're starting to attract, not even just in the form of lovers, but attention and compliments and energies and signs and synchronicities, so we can actually discern between the two. It's like, when I'm feeling like this, I'm attracting that. When I allow myself to feel this, or when I'm not taking care of myself, I'm attracting this. And there will be a very noticeable difference. And even keeping track of that, let's say in a journal. So we're taking time to prove to ourselves that the way we feel directly correlates to what we attract, which we know, but sometimes it can be hard to rely on that or have faith in the universe when we're in those moments of wanting connection or nourishment. Okay, 2 more cards, please, with regards to the Nine of Swords and how we can heal and grow. Nutrition, just saw like this beautiful green heart and like a wedge of broccoli. So if there's anything that you want to tighten up with regards to health and fitness, supplements to ensure that you feel good, mind, body, and soul. And yeah, these are great cards. So to finish off that thought, just really pay attention to your health, your physical health, and what you're feeding your body, especially at night. It could be easy, let's say, just to binge or overindulge, and we want to rectify that. And when we're fueling ourselves adequately, everything just flows that much easier. And of course, Cancer, right, rules the womb. So it really is important that we treat that part of our body with respect and love. The two cards that I pulled, Page of Swords and the Magician. This is textbook, new thoughts, how we speak to ourselves, beliefs. And what's interesting, actually, I'm almost 100% positive that when I did the Mercury retrograde workshop and I was channeling for each sign based off the rising sign, when I brought up Cancer rising, it really was mirror work and affirmations and speaking to ourselves lovingly in the mirror. So I really want us to be aware, especially throughout May, leading up to June 3rd, when Mercury stations direct, what we're thinking, how we're speaking to ourselves, the conversations that we're having. And if we can implement even just one new thing, whether that is speaking affirmations in the mirror, journaling, even just writing an intention on a sticky note, and just physically using our beliefs and our thoughts and our words to create a new paradigm shift so that we're only attracting benevolent and aligned lovers, mentors, clients, opportunities. And the bottom card here again is very much in line with what we've been talking about, the Nine of Cups. And so given that's on the bottom of the deck, it might be something that we're not seeing, that everything that we've ever wanted is right around the corner, where all of our dreams are already coming true. We just need to get out of our own way, get out of our own head, and decide that we're the boss. Okay? Or whatever noun you'd like to put in there instead of boss. It could just be magician, or lover, or mother, father, parent, or magician. Maybe I said magician twice. This Mercury retrograde is a vibe. So pay attention to your words. That is very much with the Page of Swords and the Magician. Be careful what you wish for and use your words carefully, because words are spells, okay? So that's definitely, if you find that you're in your head or you're not able to switch around the energy in your favor, be very cautious and mindful of what we're taking in, knowledge-wise, conversations that we're having, and using our words and our thoughts to our advantage. Fabulous. So that is our general reading for this Gemini season. Please feel free to share with a fellow Cancer that could also benefit from this message. If you want to go into this even further with a one-on-one reading, my availability is now updated for the rest of May and June. And please note, after June 18th, our books are going to be closed until Virgo season. So if you want to book in, do so sooner than later. And if you're wanting more long-term accountability with regards to coaching and mentorship, I now have one more spot on my roster. So if you're curious about what that entails, you can reach out on our website via the Contact Us page, and we can go from there. And if you received everything that you needed from this reading and want to say thank you, all tips and donations are greatly appreciated. I'll put the PayPal link for us in the description of this video. Thanks for watching, Cancers. I love you all. Have a wonderful Gemini season, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.